Item number 16, reports from the city council. And let's start with, since this is wrong on here, we'll start with council member Cleveland. Do you have any reports? This is your first meeting, so you probably don't have a lot under your belt.
Not the report, except I've been to a couple of different meetings with staff. I'm educated, I guess you would call it. Just get the information, a lot of reading material. I'm about 2/3 of the way through it, all of it. So I have a little bit more, but say proverbial fire hose.
Exactly.
And, being familiar with this process.
Good.
Other than that,
all right, and Councilmember Pre-Tidwell.
It's my first meeting as well, so I've met with staff. I had the pleasure to meet with most of everyone and enjoyed it. I have lots of nighttime reading, but very familiar with the process already, being part of public administration for over 16 years, so it comes kind of second nature. It's just learning the individual of all of our numbers here and getting familiar with those. But as far as the process of HR, budgets, and so forth, it's we're used to it. So thank you very much for taking the time for those of the staff that are here for sitting down with us.
Right, excellent. Councilmember Gill.
I don't have much to report. Did attend the Sutter Beach Flood Agency Finance Committee meeting, so a lot of stuff going underway, trying to get funding lined up for the upcoming year, trying to make sure that we get paid from the past billings that are being billed. I was not able to make the meeting itself, but I believe Councilmember Buckland, or Vice Mayor, was asked, and I believe he was able to make it in my behalf. So I know there's a lot going on. So
All right,
that's all I've got.
thank you. And finally, Vice Mayor Buckland.
I attended open house for the Yuba Sutter Economic Development Corporation along with Councilmember Ditball. Open house, they've moved locations to 950 Tharp Road, 1302 suite, whatever their suite is.
Yeah.
You'll find it. Big printed letters on the front. Nice new facility, should serve the needs of the economic development very, very well, especially for our area. And it was well attended by the public. Also, very same night, turned right around, and Preet was also at the Chamber of Commerce, their annual meeting, and also the introduction of their new board members. Next night, I turned around, went to the police department's Christmas party. Officer Oakley was selected as Officer of the Year for the Yuba City Police Department. There will be a celebration of all of the Officers of the Year in February at the Yuba Sutter Fairgrounds. Attended SACOG Government Relations Affairs Committee meeting. Really nothing of significance to report from that meeting other than just tracking where some of the legislation in the next year will be headed. Boards and commissions, just thank you to all the citizens that applied, that took the time to fill out applications. We couldn't select every one of those individuals, but it was a qualified group of individuals that want to serve this city and continue to be invested in our community, and I want to thank them. In place of our outgoing mayor, Cash Gill, attended the Sabuka meeting, or flood control meeting. Happy to report that our levees are at flood protection. They just need a little bit more work on them. As they said that at that meeting, there's dirt between Yuba City and the river. So that's good news. And attended the stroll on Saturday. Many of us did. Attended the stroll. Had a great time down there, well attended by the community. It was packed. Really, hats off to Fotine. Oh, she left. But hats off to the whole organizing committee and Downtown Business Association, everything to bring that together and present Yuba City in such a wonderful light, and especially at this time of year. That's all I have to report.
All right, thank you, Vice Mayor Buckland. I had the privilege of attending the Commander's Open House out at Beale Air Force Base with Colonel Doug Lee and his wife, and celebrate Christmas season with them. And then that was on Saturday, and then attended the Sutter County North Sacramento Valley Integrated Water Management Regional, yeah, that one. Anyhow, it's a long name, but attended that on Monday, and which you will be serving on that now in the future, and that's why you were put on that, because you have some experience with that. So there were some bylaws changes that were voted on at this meeting. It was an important meeting to be at. It's a large committee. It has, I believe, 17 or 18 members on that board, and sometimes getting a quorum has been an issue. So they're looking at dealing with how do they deal with that. So we voted to streamline that a little bit for you. So. Right. Understand. And then also attended the Sutter Butte Flood Control Board, and there actually is a little bit more than just dirt between us and the river, but our levees, the core of the levee, the slurry walls, they keep us safe. We do have 200-year flood protection at this point. That it's now dressing off the top of those levees with the rainstorms that came in. It kind of held us back at finishing that up, and we're just waiting for good weather in between to finish those off. So, but we are perfectly safe because the slurry walls are what are protecting us. And let's see here. Had mosquito vector meeting on Thursday. Nothing to report out of that. And then, of course, attended the Christmas stroll on Saturday, and it's nice to see the community come out and celebrate together. It seems to be growing each year. It's a wonderful event. I'm glad that we've expanded the hours to the early afternoon so that families can bring their children, and they don't have to be out there late at night with little ones, although I did see a few of them. But well, it wasn't as cold as it has been in years past. It was actually pretty nice. So, but I'd like to thank all the council members that did attend that and support our Downtown Business Association. And then I'd like to close our meeting tonight in honor of Henry Miller. Henry Miller has been in this city for a lot of years, and his son John Miller served on the city council and as mayor, I believe, 2 terms, and a very active member in the community. And I think Henry worked right up to the day he passed on. So we'd like to close tonight's meeting in honor of Henry Miller. And with that, meeting is adjourned.